Yes. Also yes. Also yes. Very much no. How are you guys doing? I'm pretty good. Pretty damn good. Streams on Sundays are going to be like fucking random. Random and last minute, boys and girls. Oh, nice. Got up today. I got my day started, and I have been very busy. I'll show you guys what I've been up to today. And so this is the sword. By the way, we just released this, and Luca is just adding the new presets to it right now. And if you guys notice, it just had a handful, about 10. And so here's what I went and did last night. I went and just annihilated presets for this thing, and oh my god, I modeled a couple of WAs, one wah plugin, not modeled, sorry, modeled. Sorry, I just sort of captured the curves and manually put them in here. It was a whole lot of fun, and I put a lot of curves in here and tested it. You're gonna test? No, yeah, I tested them all. Tested every last one of them. Hi, everybody. Sorry in the chat. How are you? Eddie, Eduardo, Caleb, yes. And if you're in the chat and you're not saying anything, hi to you too. You sneaky lurker. I see you. You all in the chat. I see you. You cannot say anything, but I see you. All right. So I'm not going to be using this a ton today, but I'm just kind of showing you guys what I've been working with. Now, predominantly, I'm going to be working with 2 instances. This kind of makes me feel icky. I have this thing, like, I don't know if you guys have this thing where, like, using 2 instances of the same plugin in the same chain, for some of us, that kind of creates this, like, icky feeling. Like, that's, like, generally kind of a no-no, but in this case, that's what we're going to be doing. And I can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun. And it's just going to be, I downloaded so many profiles. Let's see what we got here first. Okay, now in the cases where I need to bring in an IR, I'm going to bring in Nadir here, and we're going to test some things that I've been just kind of working on. Obviously, that is a very low, and we're going to work on that. We're going to turn that up. Don't worry. We'll get there. I don't want to go too high with it. I kind of want to just, I don't know, I also don't want to get crazy with the output. Kind of don't want to get crazy with any of the controls in the profiles, really. I just kind of want to let it do as it do. And we will go with it from there. I know that some people believe that the neural amp modeler is still, like, not going to make an impact. Whereas some other people, they believe the neural amp modeler is going to it's going to take over, and it's going to render all plugins useless forever. I don't think that's going to happen. I really don't. I do not believe that that'll happen, that it's going to take over and render all amp sims useless or anything like that. However, that being said, I do think what it renders useless is I'm going to go ahead and say it. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I don't give a shit if you don't like it, but I've gotten more great tones out of the neural amp modeler and free profiles and some paid profiles than I have out of ToneX in months and months. It was like one night I sat down with this and it sounded better than ToneX immediately. Done. It sounds way better. ToneX, I'm sorry, but ToneX is just not for me. I have yet to get a single sound, and I've tried hundreds and hundreds of profiles, maybe even getting close to 1,000 profiles, and I still can't get anything that's like, yeah, that's where I parked my fucking car, right there. I just can't get anything like that makes me feel like that. Whereas, like, I was playing around with the neural amp model. I realized, though, guys, crap in is crap out. If it's a poorly made profile, it's not going to be made into, it's not going to be You can't make a turd. You can put as much, paint as you want on that turd, and it's still a turd. And it's just, you can't make anything good from something like that. But if it's properly made, but I feel like even the properly made Tonex profiles are just not that good. Something about it just makes me go, I don't know, man. It's just, we'll see though. We'll see where we get. Now, I am just going to use a few different impulse responses on this fine day and see where we get. I was told I talk way too much in that last stream, and I'm gonna tend to agree with you. I did. I talked way too much out of nerves, and that's one thing I'm guaranteed to do is talk a lot just out of nerves, and because I like to talk. It's a podcast kind of vibe here sometimes, and that's just my excuse for liking to talk. All right. I don't know why that this is is this a low volume profile? Let's find out. Is this just the profile? See, it says full rig, but then I go, I guess that would be an IR there. Is it though? I don't know. Doesn't give me the swishy swashy. Yeah, it does. So there is an IR there, although it's not that good. But the volume on that one profile is rather low. So I'm going to be kind of just going through stuff as we go here today and just see what happens. I have no real agenda, but to go through things here with you guys and find just the diamonds in the rough. And then just kind of, I'm going to put those into a favorites file and go from there. The Synmix stuff, if you've never heard of Gregor over to Gregor Synmix, that dude is like this he's awesome. I don't know how to better explain it. The dude he's great. He's really he does what he does really well. He makes Kemper profiles, makes all kinds of things. He always makes profiles for everything that sound good. Let's see. Of course it sounds awesome. Now we're gonna that's first okay, we're gonna start there. Sounds good. Sounds great, actually. So I'm pretty stoked about where I parked that. By the way, if you're in the chat, always say hi. If you've never been with us before, always let me know. Hey, this is who we are. This is who I am. Let me know your favorite plugins. Let me know your least favorite plugins. Let me know the gateway. I don't care if you want to tell me about the gateway software that you once upon a time purchased that got you into Amp Sims, but you no longer use it because it's crap. Because you realize there are better things out there. Tell me about everything. I don't care. Go on a rant about the worst plugin that you ever bought. I don't care what it is, but say hi. My name is Tyler, and welcome to the Amp Sim universe. And we are today checking out the Neural Amp Modeler. So I found a profile that I like. Now, it's about finding a pedal profile. I want to make it clear that I have not really done this yet. I have not actually done the dual instance kind of thing here yet. Let's see what we have going on, because it didn't sound like there was actually something going on with that. Let's see. That's pretty good. Pedro! What's going on, dude? How are you? Nerves for nerds. I mean, like, it was just weird, man. It was like it's kind of like the day before. He's like, oh, yeah, by the way, Thomas is going to stop by. And I'm like, he's going to what? What's going to happen here? That wasn't yesterday, the day before yesterday, by the way. I didn't stream yesterday because I was literally glued to my workstation here, just creating creating EQs here. EQ curves. EQs, I just called them. That's exactly what I said. The words that are coming out of my mouth. Yep, it's been a long day. I slept like absolute trash. I went to bed at like 2 in the morning, which is not like me at all, but I wanted to stay up and I just kept on making shit for this because I wanted there to be I wanted to be more presets for the average user, or for any user. There's been a lot. We're going to get to that in another stream though. Okay. Now, admittedly, the 33 is not my favorite. So let's go with the Max Bass OD. Wait, no, that's Tiger Max. That's actually a bass OD. Okay. Now, amp stuff. Let's go to pedals. Now, we can go through basically anything we want here. But I'm kind of wanting to go... What do we have here? I really didn't go with anything plain. I just went with a whole bunch of really off-chance stuff. So let's go. Let's see what this has to offer here. Oh, I don't need the gate. Let's see. Whoa! That's more of a... That's the thing. You really don't know what they're gonna do. Like a lot of these pedals, I haven't really, admittedly, heard of. And I'm gonna turn that down a little bit. It's stressing me out. Okay, so admittedly, I haven't tried the Acapulco Gold. Yes, I did it. Woo! Say that 5 times fast. It's actually not as easy as you might think. Let me see what we got going on. Bo, what's going on? I also realized that yesterday, or the day before yesterday, I had like a couple people that were trying to get my attention. The chat was moving really fast, and I was kind of just and just in my own world trying not to pay attention to the chat. And Luca's like, "Hey, buddy, the input level there, you should probably take care of that." Anyways. So I want to load up a pedal that doesn't, like, arguably doesn't suck. Let's find something that doesn't suck. And for me, the 808 B52, okay, that's a full profile. These are pedals? Are they all pedals? TC Spark mids. Let's see what happens here. This is going to also give me, like, lots of... See, that sounds pretty good right there. So it's really, it's not immediate. You're going to have to find like things that work together. You're going to have to dig on Tone Hunt. Really cool little place, by the way. Everybody's just sort of experimenting with these, and some people have gotten really quite good at making these profiles. I would have it bigger right now, but really, does it matter? It's just, it's very plain looking. You guys get it, what it looks like. If you haven't tried it, by the way, you might have been like me. I was kind of hanging back because I tried it when it was like early on, and the profiles I tried were like not so good, and it didn't turn me off. I just realized that, okay, this is gonna be cool. It's just give it some time, and now that we've given it time, it's here, it's everywhere, and not only is it in the hands of users, it's in the hands of other developers, not just the people that developed it. If you're not aware, this is sort of open source, free to use software so that developers out there can use it and to create their own freeware and their own paid plugins, which is kind of a contested thing to some that you're going to find people on both sides of the spectrum. We're not going to bring up either side of that spectrum today, but for me, I think this thing is freaking amazing. But that being said, I'm not really a huge fan of people that profile plugins. If you're out there and you want to profile, you want to practice your profiling with plugins, that's cool, and share them with your friends or whatever. But I think out there, I think that's. What do you guys think? Tell me in the comments. What do you guys think about people making profiles of plugins and putting them right in here? There's a really long argument that could be had on this, and people saying, well, these plugins, they stole these schematics from the analog developers, and the analog developers still kind of stole the schematics from each other, and then it just tumbles over a million different times. The technology has copied itself. So let me know in the chat, how do you feel about the Neural Amp Modeler in general? I'd like to know. Synmix captures art. Pedro, you're awesome. Pedro knows his shit, guys. I like that Pedro's here because this dude knows his shit. He knows about Synmix, and you have to be a pretty avid user. He's got some great IRs, too. Fucking great IRs. Yes. All right, so let's play a little bit more here. Now that sounds pretty good. Part of me is saying, I don't want to fuck with that too much. And part of me is saying, just go for it. Just go for it. Don't do, let's go now. But what I mean is, one plugin rather called Genome from Wall of Sound has utilized the neural amp modeler and has kind of made some small improvements surrounding it to kind of get more of a warmer sound. And they've done some things like the enhancer and to enhance. And that's another thing we are going to go over at some point on maybe another stream is how could we potentially do that? Is create a little bit more of a warm or a tube feel in the neural amp modeler, which some people believe to be kind of the fault in some of the profiles. To me, I mean, I feel like if these are made well, then they're made well, right? If they're not made well, they're going to sound like shit. And so you have to there's going to be a trial and error when you get into it. By all means, do that trial and error and find some stuff. You'll find some stuff that sounds good, I promise. Okay, I'm also going to put on my room verb in the background as I like to do during streams. How it jumped. Interesting. Okay, so let me go to room real quick. And I'm going to back that way off. I just have a little bit to moisten that up in the background. Then we'll go back here. Hey, Johnny Moreau, how's it going? Absolutely. How are you? We got someone brand new. I have not met Johnny yet. Johnny, welcome to the stream. Did I see you? Nothing. Okay. What do we got? Is it Synap? If so, it's not Synap. This is the 5150 Red. Thanks, man. I appreciate you. And Johnny Moreau also knows his shit. And Synap, I realize the Synap is like it's hot. That sounds really good to my ears anyway. Let's try the sword. Just to I've been told it's okay to use your own boost profile, your own boost plugin. And it was fine to use my own screamer before. Let's see what happens. Sounds great. Let's try some of the new sword presets as we go. Kick ass. Wow, that sounds good to my ears anyway. So this is without. And here is with. Yes. Woo! So the sword, once again, the sword is a free plugin that we did with Audiority. I'm going to be doing a debut intro stream as soon as the plugins are all loaded up. Sorry, the new presets. If you have not yet downloaded, I would just wait, to be honest, until tomorrow. And then you can be guaranteed that the new presets will have been added. And that's when I'm going to wait to do the little hype video as well. This sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good indeed. Let me try some of the... there's a few that I wanted. The Dime 6Q is a really nice preset. Okay, so we've established that we can get things sounding pretty good here. Now, I really want to just try something that... You wanted me to try that Synamp? I'm on my way. You don't have to ask me twice. I'm on my way, dude. Okay, don't worry. I have it. Is it here? Do I have it? Synamp Custom. Yeah, buddy. All right, let's do this. I'm excited. I actually would say that I kind of do want a boost in this one, to be honest with you. Yeah, that'd be a go. And you can hit it pretty hard, but when you start hitting it too hard, I mean, let's try that boost over here. I would also say if you're doing your own, so still buy the plugin. Absolutely. Going through the comments here. Yeah, I mean, we could get into this snowball conversation, right? We can absolutely get into the snowball of a conversation where, well, if this is this, then this is this. And, well, if that's that, then this is this. Well, if that's that, then this is this. Then, and then we all before the end of it, it sounds like we're at the last hours of a family dinner where right before everybody gets pissed off and goes home and doesn't talk to each other for 6 months. One of them things. So let's not. That was not my intention by saying like, "Hey guys, how about this?" Just throw a piece of meat out there and be like. Burr, 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 burr. I understand it's going to be hotly contested no matter where you go. Some people react really heavily both ways. I know one guy that thinks this thing is the greatest piece of software. Not this, but the neural amp modeler is the greatest piece of software ever created in the history of technology. And to that, I would say that I'm not saying I don't disagree that it's cool, but I mean, it's nice that there are people out there that have that kind of support for it. Yeah, and thank you to everybody for being here on a random Monday up in Canada, which is where I'm at. It is Family Day. I did try to give my family a shout earlier, and I'll be I'm sure talking to them at some point today. And I'm not sure, is it any kind of special day anywhere else, or is it just me being like, I've got Family Day going on today? Yeah. All right, I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to try some more amps. And if you guys see something in this list, you won't be able to see it. But let me know if there's something. Like, there's a lot that it's kind of tough. You have to, like I said, you're gonna have to sift through and really find the stuff that you like versus the stuff that's like, man, I don't know, it's okay. It's not gonna be simple. It's not a simple process yet. It could be though. I mean, it could be as simple as downloading the free NAM, downloading the free profiles, and just getting that first pack and just being like, bam! It's just like a wicked pack, and you're just like, I'm sold right away. For some people, it's just taking a little extra time. What's Doom Pickle? Multi-watt broken pickle of Doom. What's the broken Mesa DR? What's this broken? I want to know what the broken pickle of Doom is. What's we got going on here? I can't tell if there's an IR on that some of them it's really hard to tell. Yeah, there's an IR. I've got the tunnel sound, so. Yeah, that's not really what we're looking for today. But you know what? Gosh, I'm developing another cold. I just know it. But you know what? Like, it's nice that I've heard it. We're gonna go back. Now, one of the ones that really impressed me last time was the Blue Voodoo pack. I will be honest, and not like that. Okay, it's not for this one. I know that I need an IR for that one. I mean, there's no way I don't. Okay, let's try some of these IRs I've been kind of working with. All right, for now, let's just stick with the EGA 412. There we go. Broken Pickle is, yeah, but it said something about a full rig, like multi-watt rig. So I mean, I don't know. There's gonna be things like that, by the way, that you're gonna like say like, oh, there's like a pack based on amps and amps and pedals that you've never heard of even, and that's cool because that's where I heard of the ESH Raptor. Very excited. Pardon me. I'll show that to you guys a little bit later, but right now let's keep going with this. As you can see, this actually has the boost pedals just baked right into these, so we don't even need a boost pedal right now. So we're looking for the heavy. Let's get the heavy. Yeah. You can do a tiny bit of tweaking. A little goes a long way. Like a long way. You can just move things literally like 0.4% from the middle of the road there, and it was just like, pow, there's some extra dribble for you. There's so much headroom. So much headroom. If you're needing to use, like, I would say if you're even getting to like 6 or 7 on any of these controls, I think that you are using the wrong profile. I think you should look for something else, because I find the best ones, you don't have to really nuke them too much with like this. This is a very powerful, with a lot of headroom, tons of headroom. Tons of headroom. Sounds pretty good. Let's hold on. I'm going to find the boss. Max on. There we go. Oh man, that's great. The Blue Voodoo. I think it's the we had this discussion, right? The Crate Blue Voodoo, but it actually does say, if you go open it here, it says polished doo-doo pack. And that was actually of some sort of significance to Eddie last time we tested the NAM profiles, where it was like, yeah, that means this. And I'm like, oh, okay, it means that then, because Eddie said so. I'm glad that I have people that know things. There's not a lot that can get by us if we work as a team, folks. Because, I mean, you can only... if you're only one person and you're trying to, like, engulf and cover this entire amp sim industry, fuck, good luck. If you're trying to hold down a job at the same time, good luck. Just good luck to you. Oh, that sounds great. Oh, it sounds wonderful. Let's go and use just some other random. That's not. No, that's not it. That's not at all what I wanted. Ooh, that's a bit loud, isn't it? That one doesn't sound too bad. So what do you guys think in the chat about what could potentially go between, let's say, between the neural amp modeler and oh my gosh, something that could go after the neural amp modeler in the chain, where if you need like to enhance, you could do that. Like you would just use like a simple EQ. What would you guys use in that situation? But then I guess it wouldn't warm everything though, because I guess you would have to technically use it after the would-be IR section. If it was all built in, I mean, really wouldn't matter. Just something that, I don't know. There's a few different things I'm thinking of that could probably do that job pretty well. Tell me what you guys think in the chat. What would be something good for that job? Let me know. I'm curious. Let's see what else we got here. These are some really old IRs, and they are holding up. Yes, that's going to be a bit louder. Sorry, guys. I got to bring that down a little bit as I kind of tweaking things to get a little bit better volume. And that sounds great. Really good. I'm shocked, actually, as to how good that sounds. Let's go to the screen. Not that you guys are going to get a whole lot out of look at this thing. It's like so plain. But that's the thing. It doesn't matter what it looks like because it's free and it sounds awesome. And like, there are certain things we just can't put. We can't expect things to look that rad. Like you can't expect someone to give something away for free and make it look like, you know, go and put a ton and tons and tons of work into it. But that being said, someone recently came up with the idea to do a skin for this particular product and or plugin. It's not, I don't know if it's a product. Is it technically a product if it's free? In any case, yeah, I mean, I guess it still would. Yeah. Anyways, free plugin, free product. And we kind of had an idea. We kind of had a bit of an idea. So I've been speaking with Lewin about it, and we'll see what it'll take to make that happen. I don't know what it'll take to make that happen, but we'll see. Just looking through here. So anyways, I'm looking at the Blue Voodoo with the added Maxon OD 808X. Oh, it sounds really good. This is all free, really. And you may have to adjust. And by the way, if you're going to be doing a lot of this, be gentle with how you pick when you're trying profiles. Give it a little rub just to make sure that you don't blow your monitors, or if you're wearing headphones, blow your speakers, blow your eardrums, really, because there are some profiles that they're hot, real hot, and then you go to like lay in because you've been used to like these regular properly made profiles, and then bam, this one will get you. So be careful. Have you tried those impedance curves, Tyler? I think you would dig those. I haven't yet. Can you send me so what are you saying in the impedance curve? So you're saying that basically put another instance of Nadir and then load the impedance curve between the neural amp modeler and okay, I see. I feel you. I'm trying to keep up here with everything. And by the way, if you're in the chat, hello, how are you? And welcome. My name is Tyler, and this is the MCM Universe. We are starting small and starting from scratch. And pre-recorded content is on its way, everyone. I'm really wanting to just do it right. Get a really good formula for being able to bang these out right and do them properly and make them, look good and sound good and flow in a way where I'm not like looking back and being like, well, I could have just waited and come up with a better way of doing things. And looking back at my first 5 or 6 videos, I'm like, So I just kind of, before I even upload video 1, I just want to go and just really make sure that it's, that I'm not doing the developer a disservice either, right? That sounds terrific. Okay, so we know that the, I'm going to go ahead and say that so far at this point, the Blue Voodoo Max, just the Blue Voodoo pack. And that is from, it's just a Crate Blue Voodoo Polished Doo-Doo pack that you can get on Tone Hunt for free. So go and grab that. I highly recommend it. And we are just kind of going through and seeing what I can get out of for free tones here. And these Emil Roby packs, those were really good. I think I might have some pedals mixed in with amps and amps mixed in with pedals. We'll work on it. I just want to try a plain old Marshall. How about you just give me a plain old Marshall? Let's see what happens here. Okay, there is an IR on that, so let's get rid of that. That sounds really nice. Okay, I'm interested. Let's bring back what I did try to do there. Cool. Does it boost nice? What do we have here? Okay, the TC Spark mid. Man, I want to be able to do wee. But if I'm not mistaken, this is Richie Faulkner's band. Yeah, this is the Elegant Weapons. That's Richie Faulkner. And he's pretty good at guitar, last time I checked. He's a little better than me, I would assume. So yeah, I'm just going to forget about that. This is, you never really know, like, obviously you know how good the dude is because I didn't fuck the dude's name up. It's Richie Faulkner, right? Dude in Judas Priest that's filling, well, I guess he's currently in Judas Priest, but he didn't get into like the Hall of Fame or something. And I don't know. Andy Sneap. Is Andy Sneap still also playing in Judas Priest? He was in and out of that band for a while too. Anyways, Richie Faulkner has his own project called the Elegant Weapons. And man, like the dude's like straight shred style, power metal-ish. Really, really good. So check it out if you get a chance. All right, let's see if I can go hunting for another pedal in here that just makes me a bit happier. I've just been kind of, like I said, I've been messing around and just having a lot of fun with this thing since I first got it. So. It's a pretty good sounding Marshall. I haven't really gotten into the Marshall profiles. I'll admit, like there's lots out there that I have not tried. I haven't even bothered trying yet. I'm still very much a noob when it comes to NAMM. I know friends that have been into this thing for like a couple of years now. It feels like, and I hung back. I got a start, and then I hung back because it just I knew it was going to be a good idea. And I knew it was gonna like catch, I knew it would catch fire, and it sure did. I mean, of course it did, because it's awesome. And I'll admit, like it really came around, and I'm glad that I kind of just hung around and waited. And then my friends and some of the people on the team here were like, "Hey, listen, this thing is pretty awesome now. You should probably try it now." I'm like, "All right, yeah, let's do it." So we got there, and I'm just trying something out. The DOD grunge pedal. I got it, guys. I'm sorry. I have to. That's actually not half bad if you're on neck pickup. Yeah, you're like, I'm not here for Doom, I'm here for chugs. Now, let's do it. I said heavy. I didn't necessarily mean chugs. Doom tones are heavy too, and there's a lot of fuzz pedals. There are a lot of fuzz pedal profiles, like lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots. And some of them sound really good, and some of them don't sound really good. And that's about where I'm going to be sitting at with it. Who's that? Oh, Francois, right on, man. How are you? Yeah, Genome is fantastic, is it not? Genome is. I'm sorry, guys. I am a bit behind the times in the chat. I am currently trying to invest in a better way to do it. There's not a lot of room to work with here, but I think I finally figured out how I can maybe make it happen. So essentially, yeah, I really like Genome, and today I would be working with Genome, but today I said I was going to work with the Neural Amp Modeler, and that doesn't necessarily mean Genome. However, where does Tonocracy use NAM? Because I don't see anything involved in NAM at all. Sorry, involved in Tonocracy that says anything about NAM. I was like looking and looked some more, and I clicked a lot of things, and nothing came up. I even like looked around. I couldn't find anything that was saying, yeah, load them here. You know, I think that maybe it changes the profile. So I don't know exactly what it does. Anyways, also, doesn't Genome, doesn't it also load something else? It loads other types of profiles. What other profiles does it load? Do tell me in the chat, because I'm curious. What other profiles does Genome load? You prefer Tonocracy, really? Has the ability to load. Okay, I see. So you just somehow. Okay, how do you. I didn't even give me a way to load the profile, though. There wasn't even like a piece of gear to do that. It was just sort of like. Was what it was. You know what I mean? It also has its own proprietary software. Frankie, by the way, it's really nice to see Francois back. Another OG, and it's just one of the many people that when he popped up, I'm just like, man, he was part of the Honest Amp Sim Reviews crew, and this dude is. Him and Eddie are gonna go IR crazy together. You guys are going to get along and be like the insane IR guys that are gonna leave. I just see it. I see it happening. I can feel it in my bones. It's gonna happen. You guys are gonna bond over IRs. Anyways, going back to it. This is the grunge pedal, and if you don't know what the grunge pedal is, it's DoD had this awful pedal called the grunge pedal, and it had like. The settings on it were like scream, or they're like butt, what was that? Butt face and stink and something I can't remember, and it was pretty funny though. Not so bad. Not so bad. I get things are probably gonna get noisy. Not too shabby, not too shabby. I just needed to, guys. I'm sorry. You can't, like, show me something like that. And these are going to be the things that you're going to click on, too. You're going to click on these as well on Tone Hunt, because you're going to see these things and be like, I remember that thing from back in the day. I had one or whatever. Or I remember when I could have bought this thing and I didn't because... whatever, and there's a profile on it. You're like, oh, you're gonna get nostalgic about something, and the profiles might not be that great, but they might be good as well. The Thrashmaster, however, was never a good pedal. This thing was a piece of garbage. I had it though. Let's see. Oh, I don't even. It was a mosquito in a matchbox, is what it sounded like, and you'll hear that for a bad. That used to be the saying for a really bad pedal. It was a mosquito stuck in a matchbox. Okay, waiting for it to get bad. That wasn't too bad. Ah, there it is. Starting to get pretty bad right there. Starting to show its true colors. Shining through. All right, let's get rid of this Marshall. That's cool. It's not a bad Marshall. I haven't tried enough Marshalls yet for it to know whether that's a gooder or not a gooder. So we've got a bunch of PV-VTMs, PV Ultra amps that I know that like Eddie is very familiar with. Let's try the Myasnikov. Ooh, okay. Myasnikov Deliverance. Does this have an IR? Nope. In comes the IR. Not bad. Wonderful. And we're just kind of using some really old impulse responses and plus some stuff I've just been kind of toying with at home here. Wolfman Nards. That's got to come back a little bit. Sounds a bit boxy. I'm just kind of toying with doing some of my own blending here and being able to offer it and just give away packs for free. So we'll see how it goes, though. I'm just testing some stuff out. But for now, let's just stick with something that's familiar. Not where I parked my car on that one. Nope, not where I parked my car. Definitely not. No. I see what you mean. Like, it really just needs something. It just needs something. It needs that, like you said, maybe an impedance curve. Let me see what we got here. You can load NAM models, LRS, and reverb. Nice. Tonocracy can handle and profiles. Okay, cool. Drag and drop. Cool. Tone snaps, tone lockers, amp lockers, amp neurals, neural amps, neural amp. What's the other one? Oh, neural amp algorithms. I'm just waiting for a company to be like, with our neural amplification algorithms. I'm like, that's it. I'm fucking out of here. I've had enough with the algorithms. I'm just kidding, algorithm people. I know algorithms are important. They make this world go round. Should be more appreciative. Not bad. That's pretty good. Hey, no worry. I'm not kidding. Tone Brain's actually a thing. I'm not kidding. Tone Brain is actually, if it's not out already, I mean, I know that there was somebody that had a plugin that was, I think it was going to be called Tone Brain, or it is called Tone Brain. I don't know. Of course it is. You would think that would have been taken sooner, though, right? There's like options paralysis. This is the Deliverance Myasnikov. Sounds pretty good. I don't know. What do you guys think? To me, that sounds pretty good. It sounds like it's boosted to my ears. Not too bad, anyways. Not fully in tune. See, it really doesn't like it when I hit it with too much of a boost at times. And I know that's kind of an aggressive setting. I should probably just back the fuck off. But nonetheless, you're learning things. I'm learning things. And we're continuing. The Mesobarba Trinity NAM. I don't have no idea. What is a Mesobarba Trinity? Does it have an IR? Let's no. Jesus, that's loud. Ouch. Okay, so that's a loud one. That's just redonkulous. So loud. Okay, I need to bring that back. At least it sounds good. Sorry for anybody that's got ears that are just like gone now. I don't think that's boosted either. Let's boost it. Boost it now! Again, can't keep this in tune to save my life today. What are you gonna do though? It's just the guitar rebelling against like just how awful a guitar player I can be some days. All right, cool. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm doing well. This is a lazy holiday Monday here around the household. Looking for something more exciting to do when I get off this stream. What if I did every stream of this voice? Like the old school baseball announcer's voice. Everybody, let's have a great time together. Not bad, not bad. Boost it. Boop, boost it. Boost it. Boop, boost it, boost it. Let's find a pedal that isn't the Thrashmaster though. Let's give this amp a chance. Give it all a chance. All right, what we got? I'm just looking through, trying to find like average ass tube screamer. Can I have it? Apparently I don't have it. I gotta go looking for something that's like normal. I gotta look for some like normal ass. What do I have here that's normal? Pepper's Pedals, Dirty Tree, DT. This thing seems cool. Let's give it a shot. Oh boy, watch your ears. Again, I'm out of tune. This is fantastic. This is the time of my life right here. This guitar is angry with me. It's like, man, is it hot in here? Is it cold? What are we doing? What's happening right now? You guys are awfully patient. Thanks so much for being patient through all the tuning. Normally, this is not a good endorsement for stay in tune strings. Normally, sit strings as that stay in tune is their full. I don't give them enough thanks. They are, of course, on the screen at all times, but that's just sort of so that I don't have to remember to constantly thank the current only sponsor that we have here. Very important. I'm a very important endorser over there. If there was there's like A, B, and C level endorsements, and I think they probably have to create something like an F endorsement for someone like myself at this point. And nonetheless, jokes aside, thanks so much for Sit Strings and their continued support. I think I'm going to be getting an allotment soon, as a matter of fact. So that's fun. It sounds pretty good. The Peter in Dirty Tree DT3. I have no idea what that is. I have no idea. Okay, it's thanks. This is great. Thanks so much. The Dirty, I get it. It's Dirty Tree 3 that go up. Cool beans. That sounds pretty good. I really should sit back a little bit further. Up! My circulation's getting caught off. Oh no! We've been on here about an hour now. I'm not sure how long I'm gonna be on here today. Really depends on how bored people are. If you guys want to hang out today, I'm down. I have nowhere else to be, and I was planning at least a couple of hours, and I'm already feeling like I need to get involved with more tone. I need to go on more of a tone hunt. I've yet to try the bass gear. Oh, old man noises. You gotta love when you get. You guys will get there. If you haven't gotten there yet, you'll get there where you start making the same noises that you used to like look at your dad or your mom when you were a kid and be like, fuck, what does my body have to go through to make that noise? Jesus. Looks like my dad's just standing up from the chair, but really it sounded like he was trying to bench press a fucking house. Like, I hope I never get that old. And now I'm like literally like probably 15 years older than my dad was when I was making fun of him for making shitty noises. All right, let's go. That's a lot. That's aggressive. I know what this is for, and I don't have that. Y'all gent players, I mean, we can make fun of gent occasionally, that's fine, but those players are still pretty good, guys. No joke, that picking is tough. It's not easy. It's not even palm muting. You're like, I put my hand where? I gotta play a more. What are we talking about the same instrument? I'm not interested. I can't do it. 8 strings are cool as like solo instruments. I find like I really like just sitting and playing one, but when it comes to like recording with one, I don't know. Not to my thing. It's just that low octave's just missing. It's just missing. Straight up missing. All right. Okay, that's not really what I was hoping. Cool. Yeah, man, gent is no joke. It's like guys that say like playing with triggers is cheating. Yeah, it's fucking hard though, dude. Every mistake you make on the drums is magnified times 100. Because you know you're going to be kind of those velocities all cranked up, so you're going to be all tippity-tappity. Well, the problem is when you're getting all tippity-tappity, even that, like that, just that one off drag sounds all brrrr, 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 and it just trust me. We used to have this guy locally here that used to try to play with triggers, and it just wasn't. Gosh, it was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. He was a good drummer. I think he was being forced into a scenario where he was having to use triggers that just really weren't his thing. But the band really wanted to use like fully triggered kit. And the guy, it was like, you're listening live and you're just like, it's double triggering all over the place. And other drums are triggering other drums. It was like early on in like, the D drum phase. And you're just like, man, this is oof. But then you like see the dude play without triggers and you hear the drums. You're like, that's perfect. The guy's like a perfect drummer. Anyways, hopefully you all are good. Today we are just kind of chilling out using some neural amp modeler. I want to find some more things. That was loud, but it was okay. I appreciate it. Mr. Boogie's studio. I have no idea what some of this stuff even is. I just went and just like grabbed little bits of everything that seemed interesting. I do know what an Angle Savage is supposed to sound like. With let's see what we got here. Does this have? This has an IR as well. Fantastic. Okay. See, like the mid cut's really there. And then the low end is just a tiny bit bloated, to where like I think I want to use a boost, but I don't at the same time. Hold on a second. This is my buddy Dan shredding this song. I don't know if you guys can hear that solo, but it's just. Love it. And this is the Tasu stream playlist. If you're interested, there's a whole bunch of stuff on here that's fun that we listen to in the background of the streams. Now, I feel like it's just resisting being boosted at this point. There's something about this profile is not really. Pretty good. I mean, that's fun. I wouldn't say it's on my list of the best, but hey, guess what? It was free, and I can't complain because it was free. Man, it just nothing pisses me off more than people that complain about free stuff. Oh my Lanta, it is just the worst. Oh, people that be constructive. Be like, this would be cooler if it had this or this or this, but don't just be like, yeah, this sucks. I didn't like it. It's you know what, bro? It's free. You didn't like it and it was free. Guess what? Just like anything else that's free, either it's not like it's something that you have to own. just to go like this. Delete. And then it's not your problem anymore. It's somebody else's problem. Don't complain about free stuff. Come on, guys. We gotta be smarter than that. Because if we complain about free stuff, then sooner or later, the smart people that make it are gonna stop making it and be like, fuck them, fuck this, fuck all these guys. I'm not interested. Sin Mix. I see more Sin Mix. Let's see what else we got here. That's a bit, I don't know, it sounds large. It sounds, I don't know, it sounds a bit bigger than it should. I'm going to dial this back even more. What is the heaviest pack, the heaviest tone you guys have found on the neural amp modeler? I'm curious. Tell me in the chat. I'm just genuinely interested. TC integrated pre that, yes, similar concept. And if there's something I miss, guys, in the chat at any point, please do not harm me. Do not send me like a mean message or like, you know, or like, you know, just go away being like, oh, that guy ignored me, he's a jerk. I may have ignored somebody yesterday, one or two people. I'm not really sure. I was trying to move a mile a minute. I had all kinds of things planned, and then we just ended up talking through most of it. I mean, it happens. All right. Now, that being said, we can still salvage some pretty great streamage from the weekend. And so this is kind of what I've collected here. There's all kinds of things from, I'll just showing you guys, or even just telling you guys, because obviously it's small print. Eris Effects Tiger Max Bass OD. Arduino, oh geez, guitar pedal fuzz. There's a Boss. I don't think this is gonna work. I'm willing to like try though. Let me see. Hold on to your butts. Oh, wow. I'm doing it again. I realized that I had just... Gosh, it's been a long weekend. Okay, let's try that again. It actually does sound pretty good. And that's through a distorted amp at that. So there's a hyperfuzz, and I think the guys were trying to tell me about this some time ago, but I was just really holding on to like the hope that someday somebody would just do the hyperfuzz plugin I've been wanting and dreaming of for. I'm honestly, the guys, like we gotta have it. We gotta have it. I know it's a really, really hard pedal to code, and I think that's one thing that all the developers out there that have tried can agree on, that it is not an easy plugin to get done. Let's see what we got here. Bucks and boost. Sounds like a nice little boost. Let's see what else we have. That didn't sound too bad. I'd be curious though. Let's see more something to complain about free stuff because they use it. Yes, that's the other thing is like I can just see it. Like man, like. Oh, come on. Of course my tuner battery had to die midstream. I was actually gonna replace it too, and then I was like, no, I don't last. It's fine. It's still good. It's still good. No. Ooh, that is a healthy riff right there. Hammerhead. I've just been adding stuff that's been recommended, that's come recommended or suggested by friends at this point. Trying to go for stuff that's maybe a little bit lesser known, and then I won't get nuked for like copyright. All right, see what else we got here. We got the Vicious 3. What's the Vicious 3? Oh, I want to go to that ESH. Where's that at? You guys got to check this thing out. ESH Raptor 3. Somebody get on doing this amp in a plugin on the ASAP, please. And thank you very much. That would be just lovely if you could do that. I would love you very much. Can we get this? Oh, that obviously sounds perfect with no IR. You're going to be bouncing around. Now, some people out there, to some people, maybe beginner users or less experienced users, one of the things that is like, it's a very common thing is when you end up running an IR through an IR, essentially. Like a signal with an impulse response in it running through another impulse response is almost always going to sound like you're in a tunnel. It's almost always going to sound really, really weird. And you're going to be kind of like, what's going on with my tone? This doesn't sound right at all. And so I can understand that the neural amp modeler for some is going to be a bit of a high maintenance situation. I've had the question before, how do we really know if there's no IR? You'll know. And there's a big difference between just a bad profile and a profile with no IR whatsoever. So you'll know, I would just say load up an IR that you're super familiar with, that you're comfortable with, and then just run it after that. The next time, when I get off the stream today, I'm going to load up these impedance curves. And I have an idea when it comes to those impedance curves. So Eddie, we'll touch base on that. Okay. So we have the Buxom Boost, and we have, this is the Raptor Crunch. Making sure that everything is where it's supposed to be. So that is a bassier profile, so I could go to some of those IRs earlier that sounded like they needed a little bit more push in whatever way. It's not so bad. I really did like that 6% area right there. Yeah, man, get up with me. I have an idea. Also, check if you're running a preamp or amp. Just a preamp you'll want to run. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, and you could. I guess you could, but you don't. Do you really need it? You'll need it to get a better response, but I guess you could technically go just preamp into IR in the chain. And you might not notice. I mean, I've plenty of times where I've used to use the Wagner Sharp without an without a power amp scenario there, and it would just sound like, I don't know, we'll argue it sounds solid state. There's just no amp at all. It's ampless. All right, let's see what we got. Missing a little bit of swap end there, so we'll just... Gives me the bite that I need. All right, next. I think it has a little bit more. That's without the pedal. Sounds arguably better. This amp sounds cool. I'd like to see a plugin. I went and looked it up. It looks like a pretty cool amp. There's a lot of amps out there. Like this is how I know it's not coming from like a plugin as well. It's nice to see. I've heard some out there that you would never know are made from plugins though, and I guess that's fine. I don't think that the developer, if you're using, we're not going to bring that up again, but I don't know that the developer will necessarily appreciate you for it. But yes, you can definitely still do it. And I don't know. Can you guys tell me, would that violate the electronic user agreement with the developer if you were to profile their plugin and just put it up online? I'd be interested to know that. These are things that I don't know. Let's check out the Synmix Dual Rec. Obviously, this is going to have the other ones have had an IR so far. That sounds cool. Cool. I want to go to some of the other presets here. Hundo. Yeah, that sounds really good with so this is the sword along with the neural amp modeler. I don't know. I don't know. I would have, again, I'm just going to try. I'm trying to, so hard to steer just to steer away from this conversation and just keeps on like circling back, tapping me on the shoulder, being like, hey, how about now? How about now? How about now? How about now? Do it. Do the old man rant. Why don't you rant like an old man? Yell at clouds. Huh? Kids on the front lawn? Yell at them. Yell at them, old man. That's the little guy on my shoulder. And the other one's just like, man, play guitar. Shut the fuck up. All right. So far, so good. I want to, hold on. I want to check out the corpse boost. Superb. Man, that sounds pretty good. And what are we using at the moment? So we're using the sword in a chain here with the Sinmix Mesa Boogie Dual Rectifier Rev F 1992. And of course, there's a new plugin that based on the Rev F that just came out with Wavemind. If you check that out, the company is called Wavemind, and you can go check it out. The Amp Suite Rev F, I believe it's called, and it's pretty damn awesome. If you are a rectifier fanatic, you'll want to go and check that out for sure. And if you're a rectifier fanatic, go out and get the Sinmix MBDR. This is a great profile. This sounds awesome. He knows how to dial in a rectifier. That is for sure. It's not an easy amp to dial in a way that will sound good for everyone either. So yeah, good luck if you're trying to dial that amp in for everyone. The Wizard Hellraiser. Can someone tell me what the Wizard Hellraiser is? Is that an amp or is that a preamp pedal? Either way, let's go for it and see what happens. Yeah, that's definitely in need of an IR. Let's see what we've got. A little out. And so, yeah, that sounds good so far. So good. It's an amp. Sick. I don't know much about Wizards apart from they're made in Canada, and ooh, that sounds pretty good though. Oh my goodness. Hey, remember we were talking about those awesome sounding profiles? I just found one. That's not really where I park my car. That's okay. doesn't sound too shib-shabby. And this is the Wizard Hellraiser. I think it sounds like it's already boosted, but it might not be. So let's... Oh, I've already got the sword going, obviously. Let's see what it sounds like without the sword. It's kind of tough to tell. It sounds boosted. Yeah, it kind of sounds boosted already, but I mean, I could be wrong. Hold on, let's see. Get into the Fortin stuff. Start here. Now, with all the presets for the sword, what I decided to do here, and I mean, this was kind of on my own accord, done pretty quickly. I kind of opted not to turn on any of, I'm sorry, not to turn on the right side of the pedal in any of the presets. I basically, the output and the call it like the clean boost on the right here, that's going to be to just enhance anything you happen to be working with. You want to give it a little bit more beef. So in this case, now I can get it. So you hear that it's cutting through like a knife here. And it's basically just going to give you more, and it's going to accent what you've already got in place. So that's what you're going to do. I didn't really decided not to do that because it was going to get too kind of up and down. So I think all the presets can kind of stand on their own, and then you can just kind of use this in whichever way you see fit. So I think it really comes together, and there's going to be some presets in here for everybody for sure. That sounds great. The sword doesn't have, these are, like I said, these are going to be uploaded tonight. So I'm just going to be giving you guys an idea of kind of what we decided to do. There's going to be a lot. Look at all these presets. What? I did 2 different wahs, wah back. So it's kind of neat. You can wah back, wah in the middle, wah forward. It's because, I mean, if you're one of those guitar players that I actually know of guitar players that don't even use a wah. They just have it all the way forward all the time when they need it. And they don't even rock it back and forth. They just kind of use it all the way forward to accent and cut for those leads every once in a while. That's another option. That's kind of why I wanted to do that. So does it have the kitchen sink option? No, it doesn't. But I mean, it's a sword. I mean, I suppose you could melt it down and make a kitchen sink. Yeah, I really I sat here for like 2 days, and there's a couple other things, like there's presets, like a couple things I wanted to try out here while we've got the decapitate. Here, let's see how this sounds. And that is very tinny. Very, 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 very tinny. So, not really much I can do about that apart from the fact that I'm gonna try a bit of a darker IR. Hold up. I was talking about the Wizard Hellraiser model PA options. Sorry, I had no idea. How to get what? The presets, if you've already got it, all you need to do is re-download it, download it and reinstall it tomorrow. And yeah, you'll be fine. So, anyways, what a great song to come on at the right time. All right. I have been here now for about an hour and a bit, and I don't plan on going anywhere just yet, but I do plan on taking my break at about an hour and 15 minutes here. So guys, if you could give me 3 minutes or less, we're going to come back. I may just bring another guitar with me, and we're going to try to get, or just kind of stick with this one and try to get some more great tones. All right. So guys, give me 2, maybe 3 minutes tops. Cheers.
This is my pirate ship, sailing on the ocean, sailing on the sea. Sailing on a ship is the life for me. Sailing on the ocean, sailing on the sea. Sailing on a ship is the life for me. Yo, ho, yo, ho, yo, ho. Das ist mein pirate ship. Yo, ho, yo, ho, yo, ho. Das ist mein pirate ship. Shit. Try to rain with a smile and stop
Oh man, there's nothing more liberating when I actually had the space to do it. Damn bugs. When I used to have the ability to practice drums, and man, there's nothing more liberating than hopping on the kit for like a workout of nothing but like just a fast 2-beat. Oh man, I could just do nothing but punk rock and 2 beats and thrash beats and stuff for like the better part of 2 hours, and then just walk off that kit soaking fucking wet with all of my muscles feeling like they just did something. That's a phenomenal workout. And gosh, anyways, I have switched guitars here. Switched guitars. Oh no. Oh, son of a bitch. Hold up. All right, rock and roll. Okay, I changed my tuner battery and left the tuner sitting on the counter. Like, of course I did. This is a Charvel Skatecaster, and it is, if you're curious, there is a very strange assortment of pickups. This is a guitar that I kind of go after. Pardon me. I kind of put pickups in it so that I could kind of do a little bit of everything with it. And it is it's a DiMarzio Super Distortion and Seymour Duncan Jazz. See what we can get out of it today. Wow, that sounds... Woo! Wow, that sounds great. I'm very happy right now. That, yeah, hell yeah. If you're in the chat, by the way, and you're not already saying hello, and you haven't already said hello, always make sure you try to say hello. You might win something. That was the other thing. I think we forgot, in all the fun and hustle bustle, we forgot to give away the prizes from Luca as well. So we'll be doing another Audiority stream, not with Luca in it, mind you. I'm going to be going over some Audiority gear and a little bit more with the Polychrome DSP as well. And when we do that, we'll give some stuff away as I'm trying to make sure this stays in tune for the stream here. I always hated the Seymour Duncan Jazz pickup, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I guess I like it now, apparently. Ooh, was that a boomer riff, bro? Is it a boomer riff? Dude, like, I hate how everybody over the age of 30, if you're under the age of 20, everybody over the age of 30 is a fucking boomer. You see it like all over the place. It's like, that's fucking boomer. Like, the guy's like 34 years old. How is he a fucking boomer? What are you talking about? What? Old man yells at cloud! Hey, Get off my fucking lawn, yeah! This sounds great. What the fuck am I using again? Wizard Hellraiser. And by the sounds of it, not much of the amp is covered here. It's like, it's the Wizard Hellraiser. And then these guys are in the comments like, it's got rat-da-da-bop, rat-dot-dot, and rat and dot-dot, and rap-a-da-bop. And then they're like, here it is. Just one profile. Yeah, give me more! Now! Gotta be done. Yeah, I did it. It's a great sounding set of pickups. And every time something goes in this guitar, I'm like, you know what? This is the set. This is the set that's going to be in this guitar forever. And then it never happens. It's like I jinx it, so I'm not going to say that. It actually sounds really good with this guitar for this guitar's needs. This guitar wants to be, loves being tuned in D standard, so I just let it happen. And it's not that it's finicky. It's actually sounded really good with about a bajillion sets of pickups. Like, I'm not kidding. This guitar was a testing guitar for me for a while, and I want to say it's probably had, I mean, the number probably changes every time I say this, but it's probably had 50 sets of pickups in it. I want to say that's an exaggeration, but something says maybe not. I don't know. But this set seems to be working out for the better part of the moment anyways. Hell yeah! So let's guys make a note. The Wizard, we need to get our hands on a Wizard Hellraiser and profile the fuck out this thing. Or somebody, I don't care. If somebody wants to steal that idea, just do it. Take it. Do it now. I want to know more about this amp. Is Bo still in the comments? Having Bo and Eddie in the comments and talking about an amp. Brand new Coke. Coming in hot, cold rather. Wonderful. It's just wonderful. Having those guys in the chat is just like, I want to see. It's like they both go after it. I love having these guys in the chat because they just both go after it. Wow, this is a really odd combination. I also grabbed this guitar because it's very fuzz friendly. The missus, home from her journey out into the world. Are you coming to join us? Nice. Are you going to play new or old games? What's happening here? Inquiring minds are going to want to know what you're playing. We're going to have to get back to you guys. She is going to join us though. Wait, what? Hold on. All right, that's got an IR. No, it doesn't. It does, or does it? Or doesn't it? I know there's a fuzz involved here. I'm gonna bring that back a little bit still. I feel like if I feel like I'm shouting over the music, I'm just gonna want to turn it off, and then it gets all dry. And I feel like I'm Ben Stein. I'll be like Bueller, and just a quiet room, tumbleweeds going by. Yeah, that's like right now. There it goes. See a tumbleweed. Yes, indeed. How? Honestly, though, if you haven't heard Psychroptic before, like, okay, hold on a second. Can you imagine you're the bass player in this band and homie's coming to you with this song to learn, okay? Homie's coming to you with this song right here to learn. And I want to point out that one of the key factors in his tone is actually the Ormsby pickups that he uses in his Ormsby guitars. I know that because when I actually had an Ormsby guitar and I heard the pickups, I used the same pickups he did, and I could hear it. You can just hear the influence from the pickup itself. And to be honest with you, finding that same bite, I have not heard it in another pickup since. So here's that riff. Yeah. Bro, learn this for next jam. No problem. No problem. Just, yeah. Can you tab it for me? No. Jesus. Joel Haley's tone is, no matter what, he has used a succession of different amps over the years. He's like Vogue from Decapitated. Those dudes have used a succession of different gear over the years, and yet somehow it's all in the hands. It's like when people say when you say it's all in the hands, and you'll get like those like laugh reacts and stuff. Like, no, seriously, there's just some guitar players that are it's all in their hands. The tone is there, the way they play. Because Joel Haley, it's like you listen to the way he plays, and you go ahead and listen to any Psychroptic album you want. The tone really just gets a little more scooped and unscooped. You can just still tell it's him. And so that's just kind of right there when this is kind of just one of those things. If you're out there and you're tone chasing for certain bands, it's just, there's going to be that moment where like you can have everything. You could have everything. You can go out and buy the exact replica gear and have it all set up like they do, and then get nowhere close. And you're going to be sitting there going, what is going on? Why can't I get that tone? Just ask all the guys out there that have spent maybe hundreds of thousands of dollars trying to sound like Eddie Van Halen. It's not there. There's no dollar value that you can put behind that. However, we went a little off the radar there. Let's go back to it. There's no way there's an IR in there. But that sounds dark to me. Something sounds off with that. Like, is there or is there not an IR there? It sounds like, I don't know. In those some cases, this is one of those cases where I see fuzz and I'm not. It's kind of tough to tell. So I'm just going to get out of here altogether for the moment. And I'm also going to pull that back just a tiny bit more. I want to make sure that things are getting fatigued. I'm going to be here for maybe another, I don't know, 15, 20, 25 minutes. Who knows? I'm not really 100% sure. And we're going to have so far, so good. We're having a good time. Chasing around some death metal tones. Let's try the B52 ATX 100. What is that? Is that not a crate? There's no IR there, that's for sure. Or is there? Again, like, you're like, is there an IR there or is there no IR? I can't quite. That to me sounds like an HM2. Ay. See, this is one of those scenarios where I'm just like, I'll come back to this one maybe. Bad profile. What are you going to do? Oh, well. It's not like, is it going to ruin my day? Definitely not. Let's go to these. Let's just save it with Symbix, as typically has been our theme today. That does not need an IR. Oh, you're always going to get partway to my heart with a well-modeled SLO. I'm not going to say model, but well shot in this case. Now let's use, I don't think there's a pedal there, so let's try out a pedal. And when you're boosting an SLO 100 though, folks, be gentle. Don't use those, I call them OLA settings, but I'm not trying to make fun of OLA by any means. I call them, don't use your OLA settings. The OLA settings don't work with every amp. They work with 5150s, maybe they work with rectifiers, but they're not going to work with like most angles. They're not going to work with a variety of things. So you got to be really careful when you're adding a tube screamer to some things. In these cases, I'm guessing there's going to be a lot of profiles in there that have those 0, 10, 10 kind of nothing, dime settings, and then you could end up making a mess. And we don't really want to make a mess, or do we? Who knows? At this point, you can have a good time with it. And I'm just kind of looking through a Hell Drive. What's a Hell Drive? Give me Hell Drive. What is it? And these were obviously made to work together because this is, these are both Sin Mix. So yeah. I couldn't save that one. Yeah. Yes, 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 and more yes. All of this is yes. Let's, does it sound good with the sword? What are we working with for a preset? It's just, so here's, without. Gotta really be watching what you're doing for boosting, and it's a pretty bright amp. As mentioned, I'm gonna be very careful, and that big old spike EQ is probably not the best plan for the SL100. I think I'm just enjoying it all by itself, and the Hell Drive sounds pretty good with it. What else? Woo! That's a bit easier, or is it? Not really. Like how we just oohed and awed that, like, oh, look at that. Don't drop down, man, you surprised me. Oh my God. Max on. Yeah, these Sin Mix profiles are all, so far, the best stuff. Yep. Like this. Stevie Ray used the SL100 for a bit. Isn't that bizarre? You look at the name. You look at the list of names of people, of amps, of rather artists that and players that have used the SL100 over the years. It's astonishing because you're just like, wait, none of these people belong in the same list. Like, if you were to show like the average music fan, or even like a researched music fan, this long list of musicians and be like, what do all these guys have in common? Even I think guitar players are going to be like, fuck if I know, man. They're all really good. Like, and really, yeah, they used the SL100. It was off and on, lots of different people from Van Halen to Stevie Ray Vaughan, Mark Knopfler from Dire Straits, and a number of other artists. And this is a particularly well shot profile of said amp. I'm not sure what he's using for a cab here. I'm just going to assume he's got this like an ocean of cabinets available to him. So who knows? Not really sure. It sounds really good though. And so check out Sin Mix on Tone Hunt. They have paid profiles. They also have not paid profiles. I'm going to go and buy the pack after this stream. I think I'm just going to go and get the Sin Mix collection of profiles. Why not? Or see if maybe Gregor wants me to test them out in the streams or whatnot. I'm probably just going to go and grab them because it's worth having. If they're that good, his stuff has been saving our butts all day. And I have to say that Sin Mix has won the day. And as far as, whoa, you come down there, aggressive. This mic stand is I can't wait to get a new one. It's going to be like that scene in Office Space where he just takes that fax machine out back and it just like destroys it. This mic stand is going to get that treatment. I am going to break it and bend it and then chuck it in a trash can. I'm going back to it. Basically, Gregor's been around for some time, and he's been doing camper profiles, and he does all kinds of different stuff. He's got this really wacky IR pack. And guys, if you're into collecting IRs out there, check out the Sin Mix IR pack. It's just this one giant collection and library that he adds to every time he does a cabinet. And man, this thing is awesome. There's going to be some definite like what the fuck kind of moments, and some of the libraries are like bigger than others. Some of them are, I think most of it's just a lot of experimenting as well. And his stuff sounds awesome, and I often forget to mention it, but it's truthfully some of the best stuff that you're going to get a chance to use. So check out the Sin Mix stuff ASAP. And if you're on Tone Hunt and if you've never tried the neural amp modeler, this is a good time to jump in, because there are a lot of people out there right now that have kind of mastered the art of putting these profiles together. And we have a couple of our own guys, our own team members that are on this as we speak. And we're hoping that we can produce some packs for you guys, whether they be free or cheap. Also announcing, yes, I forgot to announce this a bit earlier, guys. This is a big announcement. We have collaborated with Valhalla, and if you're not, maybe someone could type that in the chat. Valhalla, we are going to collaborate with Valhalla and Andreas over there, and he has given us the okay to select 2 files across 15 different cabinets. There'll be 30 different files. That's 30 different single mic files, and then a whole bunch of mixed files as well, done by the nice folks over here. We're going to be throwing a whole bunch of the different folks here that we have IR blenders and mixers. We're going to make our own little stuff as well. How are you going to get your hands on that? Well, it's going to be kind of sneaky. You will not be able to find it on the Valhalla website. Anybody just going to that website will not be able to find it. There'll be no link that exists where you'll be able to find it on the website. The only way you're going to be able to find this pack is if you actually just find the links in our YouTube videos and on our website, which is upcoming, and a few other things, platforms that we have. The only way you'll be able to get that, so that he can actually track everybody coming through. It will be $5, just $5, and it'll be such an amazing mix of cabinets. I cannot wait to share it with you. And talk more with the team about what we're going to do about that today. That just sort of came across the desk, and I can't wait to do that with you guys as well. I'll be out of here pretty soon, my friend. I'm going to be getting out of here in about 10 minutes, guys. So what did we find out today? What did we figure out? Well, we figured out that Tone Hunt is awesome. And if you haven't been, I'm going to be going right back the second the stream is over, because I am just addicted to, I'm sure everybody's had this stage. Everybody that's used the neural amp modeler at this point, can we be honest about this? It's fucking awesome. You guys know it's fucking awesome. Now, is it, being that it's open source and free, and that developers can use it where they want to use it in their software, that to me is, I think, as long as you're transparent and be like, yes, there are parts of the neural amp model in our software, parts of it, not all of it, but just parts of it are the neural amp modeler. And as long as you're straight up with it, then you're straight up with it. We personally have kind of an idea, and we'll be talking more about that in the near future. And before that, I mean, there's not much else I could say. If you have not tried this absolute beast, you really need to. And also, this is off topic but on topic. I do want to, if you guys, for those of you that can see this giant chain of plugins, I've had a couple of different questions, like someone saying that there's a giant, it takes a giant chain of plugins to get that sounding good. No, actually, this is just sort of the chain that just lives in, always lives on my guitar channel. For when things that I load up so often that I know that I just keep them there for when I need them. Okay, Effector Silencer, Green Reaper, our new plugin, The Sword. My old plugin in Slash, it will shortly be rebranded and potentially with some new modifications for bass, and some other modifications might be coming in hot here. There's some nice places to put them. And we're going to be doing a rebranding of the Dozer Drive. For those of you that don't know what that is, check it out at Fuse Audio Labs. Fuse Audio Labs Chorus. These are just plugins rather that just live here all the time because just in case they're needed to that hot in and out. I have a couple of reverbs. I have some delays. I have some other things that I like to use in here just in case anyone is curious. If there's ever a moment in a stream where you feel like maybe what you're hearing is not what you're going to get if you go and buy that plugin, just let us know, as that's kind of the deal here. We want everybody that watches here to make sure that you guys understand that when you leave here, you should be able to go and do exactly what I'm doing right now on your own accord. This is free, and the profiles that I'm using are free. Everything I'm using in my chain right now is completely 100% free. And the guitar I'm using, I mean, this is not a $4 or $5 or $6 or $7 or $8,000 instrument. This is a pretty cost-effective instrument that's just been set up in a way that promotes success for my DI signal. Okay. And this is the Sin Mix. And is there any other Sin Mix? Are there any other Sin Mix that we have not tried? We tried that one. Yes, it was a hit. The 5153 Red, great. The Savage, it was okay, but I feel like that profile was just like holding it back. The settings were with the Savage. I feel like if you're gonna let that amp needs to go. It just needs to go, and its profile wasn't really set to go. The 2204, it was pretty darn good. If I could, I'd probably take a few of the mids off there, and but we could do that at the helm as well. The Mesa Boogie Dual Rectifier was great. The PV, I think this is a PV 5152. Great. The Synamp, a little bit different than what I expected it to be, but it's still very, very cool. And on the pedal side of things, Synmix also has, as you saw there, they have the Maxon, and if we go down here, they have the Hell Drive. What is the Hell Drive? I'm assuming the Hell Drive is what, the Hex Drive? Maybe, I'm not sure. The Maxon 808, they have MXR Zach Wild. Let's give that a shot. They've got a couple of Puff PD, Puff 1. I'm guessing those are fuzzes. Fuzzes. Let's try the Zach Wild for a real quick second here. Wow, that's unique. I like that as well. Again, we got to be careful here. I don't feel like I want to just poke the bear too much with that and make it sound like it sucks like at all. So I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to go to that Mesa Boogie again here. And this probably sounds just fine being poked out a bit by this. Sounds lovely. So you guys have heard it and seen it. I am vastly growing very, very more and more fond of the Neural Amp Modeler. I have an idea, something for the team here and I to think about. And we're going to kind of go, I'll leave it at that. As far as, I also got a question yesterday or on Saturday that I missed, like, are we going to be doing any more freeware plugins? And yes, absolutely. We've been talking with a few different developers about a few different things and a few different collaborations. And I can't wait to share those with you guys when they come along. And they'll come along shortly, actually, one of them, hopefully. That being said, my challenge for you guys today, very, very simple. If you have not tried the Neural Amp Modeler, go and do that right now. Now, next, if you have not been on Tone Hunt, go over there right now. Either one of those things or both of those things are your challenges. I need to hear from you guys next stream, whether I use with the neural amp modeler or genome potentially will be the next time around. I just want to be honest. I want your opinions, guys. I want you guys to go and have, is it cumbersome? Is it annoying? Have you tried making your own yet? I honestly, I feel like I'm late to the party on this one, but I feel like I also waited until the party got pretty good. Not everybody shows up to the party, when it first starts, right? So I feel like we're getting in at the good time here. You're getting in at a good time here. And there's really nothing standing between you and the neural amp modeler after this stream, unless it's bedtime for you. If it's not bedtime for you, if you're not in that kind of a scenario, go and fuck around with it. Download some stuff. Let me know, what did you guys find on Tone Hunt or beyond, because there are other places to get these profiles. What did you guys find? Even if it's paid stuff, what did you find that really, really ripped? Okay? And in the meantime, guys, as I've mentioned several times, I'm going to keep hammering. I haven't even begun to hammer this thing home. This is the sword, and starting tomorrow, this will have the new presets all fired up in it, and you guys will be able to go and just, if you've got it now, run and do the update. And if you're watching this after the fact, it's probably already up. We added a whole bunch of different curves. I don't know that there's a lot of ground that we missed here. There's a lot of covered ground and a lot of starting points to build your own signal chains. And if you're not sure where exactly to put this in your chain, by the way, it goes right in front of your amp, or it can go between a pedal, or you can stack it with another pedal. Be gentle if you do that. But generally, this thing's going to be out in front of your amp, and it is going to be controlling traffic and setting the tone for you. No pun intended, or pun intended. Either one, it's fine. All right, that being said, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me on this random holiday in Canada, a holiday Monday, and I've had a great time with you guys. This was a good, high-energy stream. There's a lot more playing this time around, I think, and which was fantastic, because the other day I had this immense brain fart, and it just happens. So here we are. All right. So, guys, I had fun. I hope you guys had fun. Thank you so much. I will be back. I'm going to be back sometime, probably this week. I'm going to be doing streams during the week. You guys can probably count on some of those if you're interested. And if you're interested in listening to me chat about plugins and amp sims, and probably doing some bass stuff this week, because I want to be trying some bass profiles. If you guys are interested, there's going to be some streamage happening. Also, finally getting to posting some of this pre-recorded content, because, gosh, it's been tough just coming up with the right flow for this. But when it's up, you'll know, and you guys can let us know what you think. Thank you so much to all the team members. Thank you so much to anybody that is that chimed into the live stream today. And thank you also to anybody watching here after the fact. If you're watching after the fact and you had a good time, make sure you... Gosh, it sounds... I hate being this guy, but guys, I'm going to ask, like and subscribe. Always like and subscribe, like and subscribe, like and subscribe. Help us out and help us get this going smoothly before we really start doing the promotion on this. And by the way, if you're watching this before the end of February, make sure you like the Nimbrini Audio, the Nimbrini Audio YouTube, as well, as we are currently running a contest that you can win a whole bunch of plugins. We're really going to try to hammer this contest home in the last couple weeks. So tell everybody you know, get in there, jump in, and try to win some great stuff. The very first place wins 6 plugins. That's a lot. That's a lot of plugins. All right, everybody, have a great evening. Have a great afternoon, wherever it is your time in your part of the world. And I'll see you guys later this week. Cheers.